My name is Joe Tortorice. I'm class of 70. I spent 4 years in the Corps of Cadets, graduated, went off to Lamar University to get my MBA, and then on to the Air Force since I had a commitment out of A&M commission, and spent 2 years in the Air Force. Came back to Beaumont and went to work for the state of Texas. And while I was with the state, my father invited me to participate in a little business venture with him. It was a laundromat, but he had wanted to put a little sandwich shop on one end. And so I ran it, he put up the funds, and that was the humble beginnings of our company, Jason's Deli. Today we're 259 stores, and we're in 29 states. I have a very special story to tell about St. Mary's. My very first weekend as a fish in the Corps. Of course, we looked forward to Sunday because we felt like it would be a day where we would have a little bit of protection against the elements that were out in the hallway called sophomores, juniors, and seniors. And so I was going to stay in my room the whole day. And my roommate, who was one of the finest human beings I've ever known, said, "Get up, we're going to Mass." And he and I walked out in that hall, and much to the dismay of our upperclassmen, we didn't stop walking till we got out of the dorm. We walked all the way over here to St. Mary's. And John Loisel was his name. He was my fish old lady. And John and I walked over to Mass every Sunday after that. And it was a time in my life when I probably would not have attended Mass. But John had that much influence on me. And that's where St. Mary's began to impact my life. And so beyond the freshman year, we continued to go to Mass all 4 years, John and I did. John became a wonderful lifelong friend. He went into the Air Force also and retired out of the Air Force. And unfortunately, about 10 years ago, John passed away. But I think of him often and the influence he had on me in my life. Since then, I've had all three of my children attend and graduate from A&M, and all attended St. Mary's. And that's when I really became extremely interested in what was going on here at St. Mary's. It's when my children were here, because Father Michael Siss was here and Father David Conderla. And they began to put together a magnificent campus ministry that is nationally recognized today as one of the best possibly in the world. They have a wonderful offering to the students, but they also have wonderful students to work with. The traditional values that Aggie students have is unmatched, in my opinion. Now, I'm biased, but I travel a lot. I guest lecture in a lot of universities. There's nothing like this place. St. Mary's has provided my family, starting with my days at A&M, through those of my children's days at A&M, a community of love and warmth and compassion and enhancement of our Christian faith that's carried us all throughout our lives. It's given us a whole lot. And now I challenge you to give back to St. Mary's.